All right, welcome everybody. If you're just joining us, this is your host, Avi Kaushik from Salt Lake City, Utah. We have about 70 participants here, and we can definitely do better than that. So make sure you are inviting your teammates, sending texts, sending emails out, letting people know that we have an amazing speaker here today, and that is none other than Mr. Michael Huggins. Now, before getting started with Renatus, Michael was drowning in student debt. He had to make monthly payments, and he soon realized that most of his payments were going just towards the interest. He knew if he continued down this path, he would never be able to pay it off. Now, around this time, he was working 2 low-wage jobs and felt like a dog in a cage and had to find a way out. So Michael started looking for some other income-generating activities around this time, and after a few failed attempts, he finally found Renatus, just like a lot of us did, and he became 100% committed. You know, there were many nights where he was sleep deprived, and he had to actually hold his eyes open with his fingers to watch our classes, and this was while he was working his jobs. But he plugged into the system and really started taking his business seriously, growing his team, and now he's actually grown his team around the country. Let's fast forward to today. Michael is a 7-figure income earner, the #1 income earner at Renatus, and we are fortunate to have him share his lessons that he's learned along the way. So without further delay, I'd like to bring on the line Michael Huggins. Hey, Michael, how are you here today?
I'm doing fantastic. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Avi. Thanks for setting this up, and good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. This is my only call this week because Wednesday we're going to be all traveling and all wrapped up with a few other things. So I want to make sure you got the right info today so we can be making some money off of this cash recovery party that's coming up. Okay, let's plug this in over here. And I want to also make sure that all of you beautiful people here on the line out in the interweb are clear about this weekend so that you're maximizing it, you're getting the most out of it. So any questions that you guys and gals have along the way, feel free to ask. Let's make sure you're maximizing. Cool. All right, cash recovery party. It's going to happen. Now remember, it is a party. That's the whole point of this thing. Let's get people in front of us seeing the information in a party setting. Then the walls come down. But for some reason, while we're talking with people, sharing them with what we're doing, walls come up. It's not just with us, it's with everybody. Naturally, the walls go up. So why don't we just do something that doesn't make walls come up, like parties? Yeah. Okay, there we go. Cash recovery party. So yeah, let's just recap the CRP real quick, just so everyone's on the same page. It's going to be this Thursday. So it's in the Utah calendar. So please register your guest there. And it's from 7 to 9 p.m. But really, the juice is 7:30 to 8. Okay. As long as your guests are there from 7:30 to 8, they're going to hear the content, the information. Again, since it's a party and it's your friends, you got to work out your own invitation. I can't give you a script necessarily for an invitation, right? Because if you tell your friends, oh, just come from 7:30 to 8, they're going to be like, well, what's happening at that time? And if you're like, I don't know, just so you know, that's when we're going to be covering all the knowledge, the know-how, the ideas. Okie dokies.
Hey, good morning, Michael.
Buenos dias, what's up?
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, I missed a date. Was that in Utah?
Yes, the Cash Recovery Party registration event is on the Utah calendar. Is that what you were asking me?
Well, it's from 7 to Thursday. Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
You betcha. See you soon. By the way, congrats to Anna. Last Thursday at follow-up, it was the last day to have tickets in for the banquet. She got 3 more people enrolled under her to come with her to nationals from a different state, all the way to see what the heck we're doing so that they can become real estate investors as well. So good job, Anna, doing some last-minute recruiting. It's working.
Thank you, Michael. Yes, it's working.
Okay, so just remember, we can be inviting people to the Cash Recovery Party all the way up to 7 o'clock Thursday, basically. So all of you out in the world that are traveling, this is especially important because before, the old way, right, if you were traveling on Wednesday morning and you're leaving Sunday morning, this is what people would do, right? They land Wednesday night, and then they invite their Uber driver, then they invite their taxi driver, they invite the waiter at the restaurant they stayed at, they invite the hotel clerk that checked them in, right? They invite the other waiter at the other restaurant they go to that night. Okay, then they invite their Uber driver again the following morning. Okay, then they go to lunch. They invite the waiter at their lunch, and then again, and then they go to dinner right before. This is for Thursday, right? So this is what I'm saying is that it was the typical invitation of, do you want to be an investor, right? Have you ever thought about real estate before? Those kinds of things. And then on Sunday, same thing, right? Or also on Wednesday, right? If you were driving or flying, you were probably talking to the person on the plane next to you as well, right? And you're trying to figure out, are they interested in real estate? Do they want to make more money? Are they an investor type? And are they free from 7 to 9 on Thursday, right? They have to be free the whole time. But now, with it being a cash recovery party, since it's not a meeting that has this start time and end time, your invitations to all these people are going to be so much easier. All these people, because now it's just a party. I'm going to a party with these real estate millionaires. So they're going to be like, what? I'm like, yeah, man. I flew all the way across the country to come to this party. You want to come with? Right? That's what this is all about. So now the CRP becomes so much easier to invite people to on your travel day, all the way up until your, Thursday. We end the training at 5, and you got a couple hours before the CRP. You can spend those 2 hours and go find 20 people to come to a party with you, because the invitation's about a party, fun time, music, lights, experience, friends, energy, and a short but concentrated conversation on wealth. Then we'll get back to the party. So all the people you're talking to, you go to the mall, you go to Home Depot, you go to wherever you want. It's a party. So take advantage of this super easy invitation. And this week, this should be your top focus. This week, your top focus, TOMA, TOMA. You know what this means? This means top of mind awareness. What are you going to keep on the top of your mind? What are you going to maintain awareness of throughout this week? It should be inviting to the CRP. That should be your TOMA, top of mind awareness. Make a boatload of money at this. Right? I bet Anna's people, when they see what's going on at the national level, all three of them will want to. Well, one bought a combo. The other two will be like, you know what? Give me my own combo. And Anna's going to make 20 grand this weekend just because she's bringing some people. But I know she's going to bring even more people because we still got days before the party. So the key, though, is to have an intention or to have a goal, right? What is your intention, or what is the outcome that you're looking for with this awareness? What are you going to create with this awareness? That's my question to you. How many numbers are you going to collect? How many conversations are you going to start? How many yeses are you going to get? How many no's are you going to get, right? Set a target. Set a target for these things so that throughout the week you're actually doing something. Because if you just think about it, when you think about it, you think about it, you think about it, but you don't do anything about it, you're not going to do it. You ain't going to get it. Okay, Richard says, last week's impact, Nancy said that we can register for the National Wednesday evening. Did I understand her correctly? Yes. You can register for the Nationals this Wednesday. Are you talking about checking in? Because, yeah, people could buy a Nationals ticket Saturday morning, technically. You meet someone Friday and they want to come. Right? So, yes, they could buy it anytime. Do you mean check-in? Because check-in is on Wednesday as well. So let's just go over that real quick. 75 South State Street, Sandy. This is where you'll be checking in. Wednesday. Check-in starts at 4 p.m. and goes until 9 p.m. Okay, at the Maku Expo Center. So get your lanyard, get your check-in, get your T-shirt. If you registered early, you get a T-shirt. Make some friends. There's a goodie bag. There's an opportunity to start taking some selfies and promoting. And then, walk around Sandy and find some people to bring to the cash recovery party. Sandy's a huge place, very populated. The soccer arenas right over there, malls and theaters and all sorts of stuff are right surrounding us. So it is a perfect opportunity to bring people with you, spread your energy, spread your joy, spread your enthusiasm for this opportunity to people. And then, like I said, they live in Utah. If you live out of state, when you leave, there's a Utah team to take care of your team. It's incredible. Teamwork, baby. Let's make some money. All right. Don't forget the volunteer party Tuesday for those of you coming to help us do some more prior setup. That's right. Tuesday morning, corporate. Make sure if you're going to volunteer on Tuesday morning for corporate that you get with Josh and you let him know. Don't just show up, please, because we're providing lunch for everybody. We want to make sure there's enough. So just get with Josh. Peter asked, can I check in my wife as well that night if she's not with me? Yes, that should be fine. If it's your spouse, but go pick up 25 people's badges. That's not gonna work. But yeah, if it's your spouse, no problem. Let's make it happen. Cool. What an exciting time. So much opportunity. Any other questions about our cash recovery party? Keep inviting, keep inviting. Okay, so let's go over something real quick that will add to your conversations. And this will help you with recruiting. Rivera, good morning. Could you please resume what's the attire for the cash recovery party and the other days? Cool. Yes, let's go over the attire real quick, and then I got this little training for you. And as Josh is reminding us here in the chat box, the usher and volunteer meeting for the entire weekend, you need to get with Josh White Wednesday at the Macu Center, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Must be there. Get with Josh, 801 crap. Josh, give me your number again. (907-3658). Dang it. 897-6015. Okay. So get with Josh on that. Okay, now we have basically 6 events, if you think about it. We have 6 events at Nationals. Okay, so we have 3 training events. So we got Thursday day, and then Thursday night, Friday day, and then Friday night, and Saturday day, and Saturday night. Okay? So Thursday day, for most people, it's going to be professional dress. Okay? Most people, I would recommend professional dress on Thursday because that's when most of the pictures are going to be taken. That's when most of the promo stuff is going to be happening. That's when we're going to be doing a lot of the interviews and videos and stuff. So I recommend professional dress, you know, powerful business owner type dress. Then Thursday night, I still want it to be biz or biz casual, you know, depending on who you're inviting, because some of your people you'll be meeting that day. And they might just show up in a t-shirt and other people will be in suits. But Thursday night for the CRP is business casual. Biz cash. Somewhere in between there. You know, PAC, this home team, CEOs, all the speakers, they're most likely going to be wearing suits. Okay, Friday day. This is where we get to be fun. This is where we dress up for the theme. You know, so the theme is Renatus Rocks. So whatever kind of rock stuff you want to do. And, you know, rock all the way back to, you know, Elvis, right? 50s rock, all the way up to, we got rock, all kinds of rock. So, you know, Lil Wayne did a rock album. You know, there's all kinds of rock. We got 90s rock with Nirvana. We got 80s rock. We got 70s rock. There's all kinds of rock. So put on a wig or, you know, a leather jacket or some tight pants or, you know, this is going to be the theme. Renatus Rocks. This is where you can dress up Friday day. And then remember, the training is from 9 until 2. There is no lunch. Okay, we'll just take the big break before, and then I'll have the banquet. So Friday night, the banquet, that's when we're going to do formal wear. That is our formal. This is tuxedos. This is, you know, gowns, you know, ball dresses. Formal. That's for Friday night. And it's going to go from about 5 to 11. Okay, so be prepared. So you got 3 hours basically to go from rocker to formal, and then also find some more friends. In those 3 hours, make friends. Everywhere you're going, making friends. Stranger, friend, colleague, customer. Stranger, friend, colleague, customer. That's how it works. Okay. And then Saturday is going to be super powerful. This is where we dial in the nuts and bolts. So Helios will have been released. Business Center shut down. Now we're dialing nuts and bolts. Here's how you start to automate. Here's how your messages go out. Here's how your marketing goes out. Here's how you stay on track. Here's how you only have to work an hour or 2 a day if you stay focused. So a lot of systems training. And this will be from 9 until 5 for the training. And again, it'll go back to professional dress. I know some people at this point are going to be in their, one thing that's accepted throughout all of these events is your the t-shirt that you get, the Renatus Rocks Nationals t-shirt. That can be worn anywhere and everywhere except for the banquet. But I know someone's still gonna do it. Right? It's free, you can do whatever you want. But I would recommend you wear your formal stuff, all the pictures and everything on stage. You don't want to be on stage wearing a t-shirt. That's kind of weird. Okay, and then Saturday night is superheroes. Superheroes or villains. Villains. Mwahaha. And we got the rap party that's it's not a Renatus event necessarily. It's not like Renatus hosted. This is IMA hosted. This is an IMA event. Hosted by IMAs, funded by IMAs, observed, ran, set up, tear down by IMAs. So that Saturday night is going to be your costume. So, get a mask or something. What kind of villain are you going to be? Superhero. It's going to be awesome. So some people are, not impressed with events like this and changing clothes and all that. They're just going to wear the same thing. They're just going to change their shirt and tie. And they'll be the same thing throughout everything. And that's totally fine. But then other people will want to bring a bunch of suitcases and change into 12 different kinds of outfits or 15. Who knows? So there's no expectation, really. I mean, you're your own. Here's what I operate under with dress. I dress how I want to get paid. You dress however you want. I dress however I want, and how I want is I dress how I want to get paid. If I want to get paid a couple million a year, I better dress like I want to get paid a couple million a year. Cool, you got it. And there's going to be tons of stores, department stores, clothing stores, thrift stores, dollar stores, high-end stores, everywhere in between in Sandy, where we're going. So don't feel like you need to pack a million things. If you got a couple extra bucks, then just buy it while you're in Utah and save yourself a bunch of stress and lugging things around. You're just going to use it one time and donate it when you're done, right? So just have fun with this whole thing. Be relaxed. Be intense, but be relaxed. Do you guys know how to do that? Be intensely relaxed. That's what we're doing. We're going to be so intense, yet relaxed at the same time. All right, so let's have a quick little training about real estate and why we're doing real estate, so that when you're out in the world talking to people, you're inviting them, you have a little more conversational fodder, if you will, to just keep things going, keep people interested, create more intrigue. This is what we, this is something that if you can memorize this and bring it up all the time, you will raise a bunch of capital, you'll get a lot of people to want to work with you. You'll see what I mean. So check this out. This is ideal. Real estate investing is ideal. Let's get into real estate because it's ideal. right? Some people you meet only do stocks, only do 401ks, only do savings accounts. But you bring it up, hey, let's get into real estate. It's ideal. You know, what do you mean ideal? I say, well, there's two types. I's for income. And there are two types. We got massive income, like the fix and flip tour that we just went through this weekend, right? Where you can make $30,000 to a $300,000 profit, right? We just Dave Evans Dave Evans and Shelly Evans called me up last weekend and said, hey, we bought a fix and flip and we parceled out a piece of land and did the rehab. We're going to make over $200,000 on this deal. That's massive income. Congrats, by the way, Shelly and Dave. You guys are awesome. Good job doing that and sharing with the world how you did it. Massive income. But then we also can create passive income, right? We got a lot of people all over the country who are creating passive income, whether it's just a couple bucks a month or tens of thousands a month, right? So anywhere from 100 to 100,000 a month in passive income. What are we trying to create here? It all depends, right? So you can go buy a rental property, you put $5,000 down, and you got $100 a month. Amazing what you can create. Income, massive and passive. Next is deductions. Okay, if you provide one of three things to the economy, then the IRS will let you keep all the money. See, they want to tax people who don't provide these three things because the government ends up providing these three things. And so if you get into these, then they will let you keep all of your money. If not, they're going to tax you 30 to 50%. So we want these deductions that comes from real estate. So if you provide jobs, housing, or food, you basically get all the deductions. So here we are in real estate, definitely providing jobs, definitely providing housing, and some of our real estate is providing food. So what that means is we now are eligible for over 450 tax write-offs. They're available to real estate investors only, not to business owners, but to real estate investors specifically. Other business owners get some, there are definitely more, but real estate investors have all of them. All of the tax write-offs available go to real estate investors. Deductions. Now, E is for equity. Equity is the difference between what we buy something for and what we can sell it for, or what we owe and what it's worth, right? What we owe and what it's worth. Well, we don't really get to build equity with stocks. We don't really get to build equity with our savings account. We don't get to build equity with 401ks like we get to with real estate. Right? We don't get to let the markets insulate us and protect us and have, inflation-proof cash flow and those kinds of things. Real estate's what provides that. So in real estate, we get equity. Now, there are people who I see make $100,000 on a wholesale deal because they created some equity in an apartment complex. Equity is huge. Equity, you can get HELOCs. You can get a home equity line of credit and go create another form of income with a HELOC because you have equity. So the equity comes with the value. Now, A is appreciation. Now, appreciation is a bonus, to be clear. It is not a strategy. Right? It's not the reason why we buy things. It's something that we get, is this appreciation. And if you look back 30 years and look at what's been happening, people used to buy houses for $50,000 to $100,000 30 years ago that are now $1 million houses. Stocks aren't going to do that. Gold isn't going to do that. Solar power, Bitcoin are not going to do that. But real estate historically appreciates. Okay, it historically appreciates faster than inflation. Now, there are some years where it doesn't appreciate and some years where it's crazy appreciation. But the averages over the last century for appreciation is it appreciates faster than inflation, which means our money doesn't deteriorate. It doesn't get confiscated. And then L is leverage. We can leverage so many extra things in real estate that aren't really available in other places. Right? Like, can you put 10% down on a stock? Can you put 50% down? No, you got to buy it 1-for-1. But in real estate, we could do 0 money down. We could do 5% down, right? We could leverage all kinds of money. So we could leverage other people's money, other people's time, other people's knowledge, other people's experience, other people's everything. Leverage, right? You can't go down to a bank and say, hey, bank, I'm going to go buy 100 shares of Apple. Here's my 10% down. Can I get a loan? It's not going to work. But all those same banks will let you do that with real estate. Banks will happily go into a real estate deal with you, but they will not go into a stock deal with you. So what does that say? The banks aren't willing to do it. Why are you doing it? They sell stocks, but they don't buy stocks, right? That's so different. So that's why we all became real estate investors, is because it's ideal. We got income deductions, equity appreciation, and leverage, right? No job, no boss, no traffic, right? No struggle. We could work this from anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world, technically. No ceilings, no cap. It's ideal. It's so incredible. So when you're talking to people, sometimes you bring this up and they go, nah, I'm good. Be like, convince me. No, don't say it like that. But with some of your friends, you could. You say, convince me you're good. Tell me how you're good. I'm into real estate. I'm hanging out with people that are showing me how to control my legacy, create something on this planet, not just get through life. You saying you're good, tell me how you're good. You got a job, no vacation. You don't see your family, you got no savings. How are you good? Okay, be a little, what we call carefrontational. I know some people are like, Michael, I could never talk like you and say the things you say. It's so confrontational, right? Why do you always have to confront people? Confrontational. But in my brain, I'm doing it because I care. Right? People are like, you're so confrontational. I'm like, no, I'm not. I just say these things because I care. And you're stupid if you don't recognize that, gravity will affect you. You cannot walk off that cliff. Taxes will affect you. Banking will affect you. These things will get you. Right? Your language, the words you're using, how you talk to yourself. Don't say stupid things like that about yourself. I get it. That comes off as confrontational. Right? So the same thing when you talk to your family members about their 401k and you say 3% on your 401k sucks. That's not good enough. You're going to die in poverty. You're saying it because you care. Sounds confrontational, but do you know what it is? It's carefrontational. We're making up a word. It's carefrontational. It's not confrontational. It's caring. It's carefrontational. This is what we're doing. So someone's like, why are you always, some people will just ask that. You say, it's because I care. Right? When we're 10 years from now, let's say we want to go do a 10-year reunion and we want to go whatever. We want to go see aurora borealis in Iceland. Well, if you still have a crappy job and no money and no vacation, we're not going to be able to go. So that matters to me. I care. So I'm going to confront your weak mindset. I'm going to confront your weak plan. I'm going to confront your weak strategy because I care. And I want you to come to my cash recovery party next week or this week, this Thursday. This is what I'm talking about. Carefrontational. It's just one of those things we got to be. Right? If someone's shoving 10 McDonald's cheeseburgers down their throat every day, I'm going to confront them on that. You cannot have a long, sustainable, healthy life and do that. Okay, but it's the same thing in the economy. You can't have a long, sustainable, healthy economic life if you're just investing in your 401k, if you're just investing in mutual funds. So we got to confront them in a caring manner, in a caring energy. All right, are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? It's pretty exciting. So we're going to be carefrontational. We're going to bring up these conversations. We're going to use this ideal conversation to talk to more people. Say, this is why I'm getting into real estate. And here's what I tell people, just to create more intrigue. I've been doing this these last couple months. When we're onto something like this topic of ideal, or we bring up velocity banking or self-directed retirement accounts, whatever topic. When you bring it up for a few minutes, I want you to preface it with, all right, man, I'm going to tell you about this ideal. Okay. And, you know, I only got a few minutes to talk about it, but dude, I have like a 2-hour training built around this, or we have a 2-hour training built around this, or a 4-hour training built around this. So if I want to talk to you about mindset or setting goals, or why real estate, tell people, hey, I got a 2-hour training on this. One of these days we'll spend some time, we'll go into detail, but basically right now it's ideal. And then just spend a few minutes on it. If you had 2 hours, you could easily talk about real estate investing, what you're learning, how it's ideal, creating that intrigue. What, you got a 2-hour training on this? Yeah. Well, I didn't make it. It's my mentor. He made it, but I can give you the gist of it here in just a few minutes and create some intrigue around it. Right, like when Wednesday night when I'm doing the 5 pillars, we have 2 slides that come up that cover the currencies. On the currency slide, and the employee mindset looks at currencies. We got money and time, and they prioritize them in this order, 1 and 2. And then the wealthy mindset has time, knowledge, relationships, credit, and then money, and it's prioritized like this. And then I'm like, oh, and ladies and gentlemen, I have a 2-hour training on this, on understanding the currencies and how to have a wealthy mindset to how these currencies can come into your life. We got a 2-hour training on it, but we can only spend about 2 minutes on it tonight. How many things would you love to talk to your friends for a couple hours about, but you know you only have a few minutes? So what you should do is say that. Hey, I got a couple-hour training on this. So many things I want to share with you just on this, but I only got 5 minutes. So it creates intrigue. People with intrigue will follow instructions. People with intrigue will go watch more videos. People with intrigue will attend events and try new things. So you got to work really hard on creating intrigue. Because we don't want people to sit there and go, oh, see, I knew he was going to say that, and then have that in their mind be like, all he knew was 5 minutes about this. 5 minutes about currencies. No, we got hours and hours on this. But it could be on any topic. I was just giving you an example of what I say on my weekly meetings about how to create intrigue around this. Like, God, I really want to spend more time with you guys on this, but we got to keep going. It's all about intrigue. So how are you going to create intrigue for the cash recovery party, for nationals, for everything that you're doing in the real estate world, attracting more buyers, sellers, investors, and partners. It's all about this intrigue. If you really take advantage of this and you want to understand the full depth and dimension and scope of this opportunity and this possibility that is Renatus, you got to pay attention to it. There are levels and layers to this. So when you're creating intrigue and you're wanting people to get involved in your real estate business, I'll tell you this. Because I have made thousands and thousands and thousands of calls, because I made marketing calls, thousands and thousands. It doesn't matter. You can make dozens or hundreds. You get the point. But because I make all these marketing calls over and 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 over, then when it comes time for me to do my real estate calls, oh my goodness, my real estate calls are so stinking easy. Real estate calls become so easy because of all those other marketing calls that were quote unquote hard, where I needed to listen better, I needed to articulate my idea better. You know, because when you say, oh yeah, we do real estate, and you go, oh, I get it. No, you don't. And now you got to articulate. So if you want to do real estate, and you're like, oh, I want seller financing. And then they go, oh, I know what that is. And no, you need to be able to articulate to get back to what you wanted. So I want to tell you now, but not quite yet. I'll tell you as we get closer, but I'll just let you know, marketing makes real estate so much easier. And you guys think real estate makes marketing easier. And yes, in a way, but I never did real estate to do marketing. That's stupid. The real money's in real estate. The quick money's in marketing. So I was doing marketing, quick money, to do real estate, long-term money. Okay? So when deals come your way and you know you've got to be quick on the phone and think quickly and articulate, be understood, all those marketing calls are going to make real estate so easy. Amanda Miller, she 100% agrees. Amanda, are you in a spot where you can come off mute and share with everyone how over these last couple of years you've been banging your head against the wall in marketing to do real estate, not the other way around? If you're in a position to just share real quick about what it was like at the beginning of your Renatus career and what it's like now.
Hi.
Left and right. Yeah, go ahead. We can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Yeah, so when we got started, we just focused on our marketing, and we were learning our education, and we were making offers, but nothing was really sticking for us in the real estate. And we just built a team in Utah, and I am grateful that we took action and we plugged in every week, and we did it, because now I'm in Phoenix and I override off of people because of it. But now that I'm also in Phoenix and that practice that we took, our real estate has really taken off. We are crushing it, actually. So it's great. So I highly recommend. It's just a simple conversation and an invite. You know, I've been doing this for a couple years, so people have an idea what I'm doing. And in the beginning, everybody was a naysayer, but now I have actual family members that are lending us money, and they're wanting to do that. I have some members that finally came back and said, well, I want to do what you're doing. I had a call with a cousin who I haven't spoken to in probably 10 years that gave me a call and said, I want to change my life of what I'm doing. I hate what I'm doing. I'm in a negative environment in my work, and I know that real estate is something that I want to get into. What are you doing? And so I was able to share the marketing with her, or the Renatus program with her. And she's just relocating back to Washington, and then we're going to have a conversation probably like next week. So it's really awesome. It's worth talking to the people that you know, just because you just don't know if they are interested in doing it. And then, you get that income, which is great. And then you make money doing your real estate too. And you don't have to be a person that is doing deals to market. I think that is so silly. And the reason why is because if you're new in this, the best time to talk to somebody is now, because in my mind, I think if you've been doing this for 5 years and you haven't talked to anybody about it and you're not doing any real estate, they're going to say, why haven't you done anything? It's better to say, hey, I'm learning this within the first 6 months or a year that you're doing it. And they're like, cool, that's awesome. Right? So that's my recommendation.
Yeah. There's a lot of good insight there, Amanda. And also, share with everyone this. When you were getting rejected in the marketing side, or not you, but your message was getting rejected over and over and over, it was pretty frustrating, right?
Oh, totally. It took me a while to get certified, but I just kept at it. Yeah, it was totally frustrating. And now, oh, well, we know, for example, we've asked people for money and they're like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then now they're like, oh, I probably should have invested. We know that we kind of are the prize now because we've given our in-laws, our money partners right now, we've made them, I think we're almost to $40,000 or $50,000 within this last year.
Wow.
So for someone to tell you no, who cares, right? They're gonna wish they had. They'll come back. It just takes time.
Yeah, exactly. So think about this. If Amanda had been going for real estate all this time and she would have been rejected in the real estate world, but not built up the same amount of skills and tenacity, and then she would have been so rejected in the real estate world that when it came time to marketing, she would have been like, hesitant. But because she went into the marketing world, tried, got rejected. Then when she went into the real estate world, she's like, oh, this is easy, right? And all these stupid real estate owners trying to sell us stuff, they say stupid things. Well, we've talked to 1,000 stupid people in marketing. So we know what to say. We know how to listen. We know how to make our deal still happen and not get frustrated in the moment or get hung up on. And it's because all that marketing experience made the real estate easy.
Yeah, you'll be so much more confident. You'd rather have no's in marketing anyways. So exactly. It's worth doing. There's no risk. There's nothing to lose. It's easy.
Easy. Just gotta go for it.
Yeah.
Well, Amanda, I'm gonna see you in a couple of days. I'm so excited. Thanks for coming off and sharing your position. She left one thing out, ladies and gentlemen. When she lived in Utah and first got started, she lived 45 minutes away from the meeting in traffic, an hour and a half. And she was like, you know what? This is crap. And she moved down the street from the meeting. So she can go every week and plug in and change your life. So good job.
Yeah, it was a good choice. Hey, thanks. We'll see you soon.
Hey, sounds good. All right, everyone, on that incredible story, we're going to wrap up today. Remember to stick to your goals. What is your intention for this weekend? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to create? You have to have an intention. How many people are you going to have there? How many yeses? How many nos? How many conversations? How many leads? Get to inviting, and we will check back with all of you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.